herd breeding programs. Please start.
Thank you, Chairman, for your introduction. Hello, everyone. Let's get started my presentation. Efficacy of single measurement of plasma anti-Müllerian hormone concentrations for ovum peak donor selection of Japanese black heifers in herd breeding programs. Today, Japanese black cattle production in Japan has declined in productivity due to aging of farmers, while scale-up and intensive scale-up of large farm and intensive production is accelerating. With such backgrounds and the development and the practical diffusion of AT technology, the importance of high ability breeding cattle is increased as donors. In general, between approximately 8 to 10 months old, JB cattle were decided to be sold at market for fattening or held for breeding. Of course, high ability and excellent heifers should be held. Conventionally, that seller-holder decision depends on the growth, pedigree, market conditions, temper, and little information about meat quality. The potential as a donor was unknown and rarely taken into consideration. Thus, to progress the efficacy of genetic improvement and embryo production, we started the measurement and the selection of the heifers using the plasma image concentrations on a commercial farm. This present study is a part of that project. So what is anti-Müllerian hormone? Anti-Müllerian hormone is a glycoprotein belonging to the transforming growth factor beta family. And in males, MH produced by immature cellular cells and is responsible for the regulation of Müllerian DAX in fetuses. In female, MH is secreted by granular cells, mainly from pre-antral and early antral follicles. So MH concentration is strongly associated with antral follicle counts. MH inhibits the recruitment of primordial follicles into the pool of growing follicles and decreases the responsiveness of growing follicles to FSH. So AMH is a good predictor of follicle and oocyte numbers at ovum pickup and of their quality. Additionally, a recent study of Japanese black heifers revealed that circulating MH concentration in heifers aged 10 or 11 months correlated with the number of embryos collected after superovulation at 13 to 18 months in Japanese black heifers. Japanese black cattle. Based on these findings, we speculated that a single measurement of MH concentration in heifers aged approximately 10 months may be useful in predicting the breeding potential of OPU donor heifers undergoing routine OPU treatment 3 to 4 months later. The objective of the present study was to evaluate the relationship between a plasma MH concentration and the number of oocytes recovered after OPU treatment at 30 months. Additionally, the MH concentration were compared among sisters from the same parents using the embryo transfer technique in recipient cows. Okay, material and methods. We used 50 Japanese black heifers that kept in one commercial farm in Japan for this study. They were born in the same farm, kept the same environment, and gave the same feeds. Venous blood samples were collected once at the age of 7 to 10 months, just before selling on the market. MH concentration were measured with MH Gen2 ELISA kit. According to the plasma MH concentration, animals were divided into 3 groups. Group H is highest 25%, And the next 25% is group MH, and the lowest 50% is group L. Then 10, 6, 9 animals were selected from each group for hold. Other animals were sold on the market. In the group L, animals were selected by traditional evaluation criteria, specifically by growth, pedigree, and temper. In addition, 84 heifers without measured plasma match concentrations were used as controls. It's group C. At the age of 13 months, OPU was conducted 3 times every 2 weeks by 3 skilled technicians. The program of hormone treatment for OPU is shown in figure. The number of follicles were determined via ultrasound examination just before the aspiration. 2 to 9 millimeter follicles were counted, and the number of collected oocytes after OPU were counted. The results were compared within and among the groups. Okay, this is the result of age. It's not so important slide. First, the age at MH measurement ranged from 220 to 305 days old. The mean age was 262, approximately 8.7 months old. The age at first OPU was ranged from 373 to 496 days. The mean age was 411, approximately 13.7 months old. There were no significant differences. The result of MH concentrations. Plasma MH concentrations in JB heifers ranged from 28 to 1,998 picogram per milliliter. The mean concentration was 363. The median and 75th percentile values were 232 and 469. Median and 75th percentile. So this area is high group, group H. And this area is MH, middle high group. And the rest is group L. This figure, it's very important slide. This figure shows the number of follicles determined via ultrasound examinations. The mean number at the first and third OPU trial. First and third OPU trial. There were no significant differences between each groups. Finally, the mean numbers of follicles from the 3 OPU trials were 29 in group H, 22 in group MH, 20 in group L, and 20 in group C. So group H had a significantly higher mean number of follicles compared to other groups. Yes. Okay, next. This is the number of oocytes. It's important. This figure shows the number of collected oocytes. The mean number of collected oocytes at the first and third OPU trial was not significantly different. Not significant between each groups. Finally, the mean numbers of collected oocytes from 3 OPU trials were 26 in group H, 20 in MH, 17 in L, and 16 in C. So group H had a significantly higher oocytes number. Plasma MH concentrations at 7 to 10 months of age were positively correlated with 3 times total numbers of follicles and oocytes. Okay, next. Oh, I'm sorry. oocyte. Okay. I'm sorry. In this study, as I said, we measured 50 heifers MH concentrations. Among them, there were 2 to 5 sister heifers, ET-derived sisters. So, same mother and father, 3 sisters. Same mother and same father, 4 sisters. It's okay, you understand? Although, some of sister heifers from the same parents showed similar MH concentrations. Donor A will be similar concentrations. On the other hand, extremely different concentrations were observed. For example, mother B, father F, extremely different. Okay, in conclusion, these results clearly indicated that the heifers with the highest MH concentrations measured at 7 to 10 months of age had the highest number of follicles to be punctured in their ovaries, and gave the highest number of collected oocytes at OPU conducted at 13 months of age. The results of the study showed that a single measurement of plasma MH concentration in heifers is practically useful in selecting excellent OPU donor heifers in herd breeding program. I'm sorry. Additionally, it was suggested that the differences of MH concentrations observed between heifers within each family could be due to genetic differences between sisters or due to environmental differences related to the nutritional conditions of the recipient cows. Overall, a single measurement of plasma MH concentrations maybe contribute to the acceleration of intensive breeding of JV herds. Thank you very much for your attention.